Welcome to No Cover Music Magazine. I'm your host, Tim O'Brien, here at American Guitar Boutique in Phoenix City, Alabama, where we're happy to showcase and spotlight local musicians and artists. Welcome to this week's episode of No Cover Music Magazine at 707 13th Street in Phoenix City, Alabama. This week I'm super excited to have I'm going to say a local legend guitar player because that's the way I think of him. But Mr. Willie Taylor is our guest today. Thank you for coming on the show, Willie.
Thank you for
having me, Tim. really appreciate it.
You're too kind.
No, I was just about to say, tell me, when did you start, what age did you start gigging?
I started gigging right out of high school with a little local band. Friends of mine, I think we made $38 for our first gig, and we spent it all that night. But I'll never forget that gig. It was a strip club, and
down on Victory
there
Drive.
was I'll never forget, there was a truck driver with a big white cowboy hat and a fifth of tequila sitting on the table in the front row, and he just kept yelling, "Play some country," all night long. And we were, young punks. We didn't know any country music. I think we knew one Rolling Stones song that was kind of country. We played that over and over, but that was my first gig, I guess.
How old were you when you started playing?
I was probably, of course, I was one of millions that saw the Beatles when I was like 10 years old, and it wasn't long after that I got a guitar and started fooling around, and I've been playing too long.
Well, I've got a lot of questions for you, but as I like to do, we're going to jump right into some music. What's the first tune that you're going to do for us?
The first one was the Christmas song, "Please Come Home for Christmas."
Bells will be ringing, the sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friends to wish me greetings once again. Choirs will be singing good old Silent Night, Christmas carols by candlelight. Please come home for Christmas, please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. Friends and relations send salutations, sure as the stars shine above. 'Cause this is Christmas, Christmas, my dear, the time of year to be with the one you love. So won't you tell me you never more roam? Christmas and New Year's will find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief or pain, and I'll be happy it's Christmas once again. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief or pain, and I'll be happy it's Christmas once again.
So, music in your house? How did you? What inspired? I mean, you said the Beatles, but I mean, did your family play? Did your?
Yes, my brother played piano, and I had an older sister also. My older brother and sister were both teenagers, a little older than I was, and they had a lot of albums, old rock and roll, and really all kinds of music, Peter, Paul, and Mary, and all that stuff. And I'll never forget my brother playing the piano and my dad singing old gospel songs. So that's a memory I have of music in the house. Yeah. And then got with my buddies and we started, playing guitar together. So
when I first heard you play, I believe you were playing in the G-Men. Is that
the 90s? Yeah, that was the 90s. Yeah.
Maybe what other bands were you playing in back then?
Well, I was, the 70s, I kind of knocked around here in Columbus, more or less. And then the 80s, the whole decade of the 80s, I moved to Atlanta and played original music and just any kind of gigs we could get up there. And I had a little original band there for a while. We did a little recording up in Atlanta. And then at the end of the 80s, I came back to Columbus and got in the G-Men, more or less, pretty quick. Yeah, after I got out of school, I was going to school and just playing music. That's all I did, was go to school and play music. But
it's not a bad life.
yes, it worked. It worked. Yeah, it was making
So what's
good
the next one?
We stayed busy.
Yeah. What's the next tune you're gonna do for us?
That would be the Tom Petty song "Keeping Me Alive."
They said that love was a thing of the past. These days and nothing ever lasts. This whole world is moving too fast. Sometimes we ride around. She play the radio up loud. If I was sad, well, I'm happy now. And it feels so good to know I got you where you belong. Here in my heart, right by my side. Honey, you're getting me by. Yeah, you're keeping me alive. I got a job, I work hard. These days money don't go too far. Hard enough to keep the gas in the car. And it feels so good to know I got you where you belong. Here in my heart, right by my side. Honey, you're keeping me alive. Yeah, you're keeping me alive. Yeah. And it feels so good to know I got you where you belong. Here in my heart, right by my side. Honey, you're getting me by. Yeah, you're keeping me alive. Sometimes we ride around. She plays the radio up loud. If I was sad, well, I'm happy now. And it feels so good to know I got you where you belong. Here in my heart, right by my side. Honey, you're getting me back. Yeah, you're keeping me alive. Yeah, you're keeping me alive. Yeah, you're keeping me alive.
So, In full disclosure, you do great Tom Petty. You are playing in a Tom Petty tribute band, and we happened to have the group on the show a couple weeks ago, so glad to have you there, but made me go, gosh, we got to get Willie back on the show. I'm going to say this, I don't want you to feel funny about it or anything, but of course you're one of the guys in this town that everybody goes, man, that guy's a great guitar player. What inspires you to continue to study and push your playing and grow as a musician? I've listened to you play lots of styles, and you just continue to be tasty and get better and better, and what inspires you to do that?
Well, you know, I try to play with good musicians. All the guys in the Tom Petty band, the Breakdowns, are really great musicians. Rick Roper, I played with him long ago, and he's a great singer, songwriter, guitarist. Kurt Richardson, maybe one of the best guitarists in town, playing bass in our band, you know. But Kurt and I play together a lot, so yeah, I just, you know, I don't know, I just love it. I love the guitar and guitar music.
Yeah, that's most real dedicated guitar players. It's like you can't get enough of it.
Yeah. Blues, country, rock and roll. Those are like the three. Yeah.
So you're going to do a classic for us next, which is about our home state, or next door to our home state. What's the next one you're going to do for us?
Georgia on My Mind.
All right.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song is a song of you, comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms may reach out for me, other eyes smiling tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see. The road always leads me back to you. I said, Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind.
That is a great tune. I've always loved that tune. And you do it well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you're playing in how many different units right now?
Well, anybody that calls me, more or less, I will try to make it. I play solo, Kurt and I do duos, and of course the breakdowns, and yeah, I just try to stay as busy as I can. Columbus, there's a lot more places to play these days than there used to be, so it's getting better here.
Yeah, I like the music scene around here. I hear some people less than favorable about it, but you know, there's a lot of great musicians and a lot of camaraderie I find in the area. So.
Oh yeah, there's some great musicians, and you know, in this town. There really are. There's some really great, fabulous musicians from this area.
So we were talking about if somebody wants to hire Willie or any of the configurations that he plays in, he said, well, I can give you my phone number, but of course, you know, there will be a million beautiful stocking women looking for him. So if you want to get a hold of Willie Taylor and you're interested in booking his group, you can always call American Guitar Boutique and ask me or Mike, and we're glad to share his contact information with you. So what do you got on the horizon? You doing a lot of songwriting lately?
Yeah, I try to, I'll write half a song a night and then maybe come back the next night and try to finish it. But when I was living in Atlanta, I was really deep into trying to write music and record. So I don't write as much as I used to, but I love it. It's a process I love. You know, it's really satisfying.
I noticed that there are musicians that play and there are musicians that write, and it's nice to find a blend between guys that do both. So speaking of original songs and stuff, I'd like to hear some of your original stuff. What would you like to do for us?
I'm going to play one called Lucy Payne, and it's about a girl who loves the rain. I had the Beatles in mind when I wrote it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, Lucy Payne, when will I see you again? I've been out walking in the rain. I call out your name, Lucy Payne. When I met you, you were lonely, and you told me everything. How could I help but love you only? But you left one sunshiny day. Hey, Lucy Payne, when will I see you again? I've been out walking in the rain. I called out your name, Lucy Payne keeps an umbrella by the doorway. She loves to walk out in the rain, and if it's cloudy in the morning, she'll be smiling through the day. Yeah. Hey, Lucy, can you hear me when the thunder fades? Hey, Lucy, are you near me? The sunshine, it's okay. Lucy Payne puts on a raincoat and her colors. She checks a mirror on the way, though there's a rainbow high above her. What do you know now? She's coming out to play. Hey, Lucy Payne, when will I see you again? I've been out walking in the rain. I call out your name. Hey, Lucy Payne, when will I see you again? I've been out walking in the rain. I call out your name, Lucy Payne, 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 Lucy Payne.
So there is a reoccurring question that I ask on this show, and it's really because I want to know the answer. But you being a sincere guitar player, songwriter, dedicated to music, there's a lot of young kids in this town and a lot of up-and-coming artists. Do you have anything that you might say to them, a guy that's looking to try and make a path of his own playing music, and what words of wisdom might you share?
Yeah, I would say get with the other like-minded musicians, at least one or two others, and, try to feed off each other and learn from each other. I think that's a great path to, furthering your musical, ambitions. And, playing alone is fine. Bob Dylan playing by himself is a great thing. But I think it's more fun to play with other people, at least a duo, trio, and of course, to me, a group, an electric group, 4-piece, 5-piece is awesome.
We've mentioned a lot of different groups, the Beatles and Tom Petty, and do you have anybody that is a standout inspiration to you that really just made you go, God, I want to do this?
Oh, sure. Back in the day, I was all about the guitar players, from Johnny Winter, Eric Clapton, all the blues guys, Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler, awesome. Just so many. There's so many great musicians out there, particularly guitar players. And I remember seeing the movie Woodstock and Alvin Lee. And they was playing that red 335 in Woodstock, and I said, wow, I want to be able to play that fast and be as cool as he was. Santana, we have the same birthday.
I share with Jimmy Buffett. So.
Do you? That's cool. I love Jimmy. Hey, I was in a tribute Jimmy Buffett show at the Loft a couple of years ago.
That's cool.
Yeah, Jimmy's cool.
So I'm going to squeeze this question in just because I'm selfish. Would you consider yourself a singer-songwriter that plays guitar, or a guitarist that sings and writes?
I'm probably a much better guitar player than I am a singer. I don't have much of a range, but I enjoy singing. I tune down a half step, so that helps me to sing in a lower key. But yeah, I'm really a guitar player who likes to sing every now and then, because I know there are much better singers out there.
Well, play this other tune for us. There's one of my favorites that I've heard you do tonight. So the title of it is
Home is Where the Heart Is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll do it.
Well, it was late one Sunday night. She came knocking at my door, running from her life. She couldn't take it anymore. She lay down with the dawn, driving through the rain. 3 days down the road, she felt the sunshine once again. She said, I won't be going back. Too many nights I've cried alone. Home is where your heart is. Mine left home long ago. It'd been so long since I'd seen her. Oh, but her eyes were still the same. Innocent and tender, something the world just could not change. She talked into the smaller hours, never let a teardrop fall. Queen in a gilded tower, no one could hear her when she called. She said, I won't be going back. Too many nights I've cried alone. Home is where the heart is. Mine left home long ago. Home, I ain't been there in so very long. Yeah, I'm feeling strong. I do belong somewhere. Drove down to ocean, and the morning stars did shine. Pull the waves in motion, I took her hand in mine. I said I never could forget you, ever since we've been apart. From the day I met you, never left home in my heart. I said we won't be going back. Too many nights I've cried alone. Home is where the heart is. Mine left home long ago. Home is where the heart is. Mine left home long ago.
Well, once again, I'd like to thank you, Willie, for coming on our little show here.
Thank you for having me.
Willie Taylor, check him out. Go listen to his gigs, his songs, and support local live music. Thank you very much.
Christmas carols by candlelight. Please come home for Christmas. Please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. Friends and relations send salutations. Sure as the stars shine above, 'cause this is Christmas, Christmas, my dear, the time of year to be with the one you love. So won't you tell me you never more roam? Christmas and New Year's will find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief or pain, and I'll be happy. It's Christmas once again. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief or pain, and I'll be happy. It's Christmas once again.